the space. Lizzie, with her courage and business acumen, took up 2 floors and opened up an ultra-modern campus in the year 2004. The entire building was empty and students could roam around, moving from the top to the ground floor freely. The building had ample parking, which made it easy to attract both day and evening students. Corporates could sponsor their employees to undertake various professional courses at NIBS. In the year 2005, the space became small and Lizzie took over 4 floors in Agriculture House building along Harambe Avenue to start paramedical courses. These did not augur well with the regulatory bodies, that namely Pharmacy and Poisons Board and Kenya Medical Laboratory Technician and Technologist Boards. One morning in the year 2006, Lizzie woke up to find her business name as a headline in one of the local dairies, indicating that the college had been closed down, allegedly for non-compliance with medical regulatory bodies. This was a major setback that provoked her to pursue court. Her resilience gave her motivation to travel to India and source for all necessary medical equipment that the 2 boards required. In the subsequent inspections, the college was given the green light to continue training in paramedical courses that saw thousands of young men and women train in diploma in pharmaceutical technology and diploma in medical laboratory technology. Today, these technicians are heading giant institutions locally and abroad. Lizzie's desire to see many young people acquire a diverse set of skills led her to start other academic programs, such as legal studies, which was a preserve of the Kenya School of Law. Lizzie could dare swim in uncharted waters with courage. In year 2007, a number of tenants had showed interest in taking up space at Cooperative Bank House, and the landlord felt that a college was a nuisance in the building. They wrote to Lizzie, informally knew the tenancy contract with NIBS for another period. Again, she went to court and obtained an injunction. This setback came with a silver lining, as it opened up her eyes that one day she could eventually be thrown out and inconvenience the training. This made her look for rad elsewhere with a view of setting up her own premises. This search ended up in Ruiru at a place called Kimbo, where she set up an ultra-modern spacious training facility on 17.5 acres of land. In 2009, Lizzie made up her mind to relocate NIBS from Cooperative Bank House to Ronald Gara Post Office building along Ronald Gara Street. NIBS had become a household name, and this attracted young enthusiast runners to pursue training despite the fact that the street was perceived to be insecure. In 2010, the ultra-modern training facility, dubbed Thika Road Campus, was complete and was opened by the then Assistant Minister for Planning and MP for Gatanga, then Honorable Peter Kenneth. This establishment changed the entire economic landscape of Kibo area. NIBS characterized economic activities within the area, making it one of the fastest growing centers in Kiambu County. Lizzie was keen on the provision of affordable quality training, which saw her immensely invest in the new facility. Opening the campus came with a myriad of challenges, keeping in mind that the Thika Road superhighway was under construction. From NIBS, one could see Kirimabogo Hills, since no investor was interested in setting up any investment around the area, which was perceived to be non-viable and insecure. In her characteristic pacemaker element, Lizzie braced the challenges that arose mainly Unfortunately, 2 months upon opening the campus, thugs broke into the facility and made away with equipment worth millions of shillings. 2 weeks later, NIBS was raided again, and unfortunately, 2 security officers who were deployed to guard the premises were killed. This was very sad and a trying moment for Lizzie, and she was at her lowest and about to throw in the towel. However, her resilience and determination in fulfilling her vision superseded the challenges. Around 2015-2016, Lizzie embarked on a journey to set up a university. This was a smooth sail for her, as she did put up together an able team to steer the process. She made available resources to attain the university status. She recruited a vice chancellor, Professor Miriam Muita, and midwife the process. At the 11th hour, Lizzie had a change of heart due to the prevailing hype of institutions converting to universities. It bothered her that this mass exodus from technical training to university could lock out very many students who do not meet the entry grade to universities. Additionally, one of the conditions to set up a university was to drop 70% of the diploma programs. It was Lizzie's belief that training was the sure way of breaking the cycle of poverty in the society. It was her conviction that even those young Kenyans who scored low grades in KCSE deserved a chance to acquire skills that will enable them become self-reliant and actively contribute to the economic development of the country. She made up her mind to disengage from the process of transforming NIBS to a university, but instead rebrand to a technical training college, despite being awarded a letter of interim authority by the Commission of University Education to offer 4-degree programs. Lizzie's transformational leadership at the helm of NIBS saw the institution evolve from a secretarial college to become the largest private tertiary institution in Kenya, offering a variety of market-driven academic programs in various disciplines. Currently, NIBS boasts of an enrollment of over 5,000 students across the 3 campuses and a legacy of graduating hundreds of thousands with various professional courses over the years. Lizzie has left behind an indelible mark in tertiary training sector. The entire journey of Lizzie and NIBS is an ending and cannot be documented in full. NIBS Guest House and the Emily Hotel. Lizzie established NIBS Guest House in 2003 as a local joint for nyama choma and drinks for the residents of Girereshwa area. This facility doubled up as a restaurant and on-job training facility for the hospitality students that are taking their training at NIBS. Unfortunately, in 2006, fire razed down the facility completely to the ground. This was a blessing in disguise for Lizzie, as she, for a very long time, had issues with her staff ranging from poor management, theft, to lack of accountability. She had grown tired of the facility. This gave her an opportunity to rebrand the facility into a foster facility. In 2015, construction of the Emily Hotel commenced in earnest. Lizzie had purposed the facility to offer commercial services and also serves as NIBS hospitality students during practical training and internship. Construction ended in 2018 and the hotel opened its doors to the public within the same year. Lizzie's desire to provide livelihood for young Kenyans has seen her employ over 70 permanent employees who entirely depend on the hotel as their source of livelihood. Lizzie Wanyoike Preparatory and Senior School. Lizzie always had a desire to establish a learning center which will offer a strong foundation right from childhood and give strong values and character as a base for proper upbringing of these children. She had observed that the negative behavior amongst some of the students at college level was as a result of weak upbringing at elementary level of education and at home. She identified this gap, and in January 2021, her dream was realized through establishment of the Lizzie Wanyoike Preparatory and Senior School, which is strongly grounded on values and character. Her efforts bore fruits in 2022 when 4 pupils joined various national schools across the country. In the year 2023 KCPE examinations, another set of 4 pupils joined national schools, with the first candidate joining Kenya High. It is worth noting that the confidence young parents have with Lizzie has resulted to an enrollment of over 850 runners within a record of 3 years of existence. Lizzie has left behind a legacy and an inspiration that will drive Lizzie Wanyoike Preparatory and Senior School to where she would have wanted it to be. Christian life. While her illustrious academic and industrious accomplishment may paint a picture of a singularly minded woman, Lizzie's success got its sustenance from her deep faith and lifelong belief in the Almighty God. Born in a staunch Anglican family where her father was a lay leader, Lizzie was introduced to Christianity at a tender age in ACK Gathukeine Church. Later, when they relocated to Kiriaini, she joined ACK Kagajo Church, where she was baptized and confirmed. When she got married, Lizzie joined her husband, who was fellowshipping at PCEA St. Andrew's Church, Nairobi. After relocating to Kuna, she went back to Anglican Church and joined St. Mark's Westlands, where she has been fellowshipping and also an active member of the Ladies' Fellowship. In 2022, she joined ACK St. Joseph's of Arimathea, Thome, which was closer to her residence. Lizzie's journey with the ACK Church was not just a path of attendance. It was a profound commitment to faith, service, and community. She embodied the true essence of a Christian, consistently demonstrating love, compassion, and a deep-rooted dedication to her spiritual walk. Those who witnessed Lizzie's unwavering faith served as a guiding light for those fortunate enough to know her. Her presence in the congregation was more than attendance. It was an embodiment of the teachings of Christ, marked by kindness, generosity, and a genuine concern for the well-being of others. Lizzie was actively involved in numerous church activities. From the choir loft to the Sunday school classrooms, she lent her talent and time selflessly. Her dedication to nurturing the faith of the younger generation was truly commendable. One of Lizzie's most remarkable qualities was her ability to bring people together. She had a heart that welcomed everyone, creating an atmosphere of warmth and inclusivity within the church community. Her genuine smile, kind words, and open-hearted embrace made her a source of comfort and inspiration for many. Beyond the walls of the church, Lizzie lived out her faith in her daily life. Her actions spoke louder than words, and her commitment to justice, love, and mercy reflected the teachings of Christ in every aspect. Due to the nature of her work, Lizzie found herself cutting across different denominations, where she was invited as a motivational speaker and a beacon of hope for women, men, mothers, and young people. Lizzie was a living testament of the transformative power of faith across all denominations, community and social life. Lizzie was not just a person who gave. She was a beacon of generosity and compassion, a shining example of what it means to selflessly uplift others. Her philanthropic endeavors touched the lives of many, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of those fortunate to be recipients of her kindness. One of the most remarkable aspects of Lizzie's philanthropy was its inclusive nature. She believed in reaching out to every corner of our community, ensuring that no one felt left behind. When it was providing support to families facing financial hardships, extending a helping hand to the elderly, or championing causes that aimed to empower the marginalized, Lizzie's heart knew no bounds. Her commitment to education was particularly noteworthy. Lizzie recognized the transformative power of knowledge and was a passionate advocate for making education accessible and affordable to all. Countless students have benefited from her scholarship, each being a testament of her belief in the potential of young minds. The results of this initiative motivated her to write her first book entitled Empowering the Youth Through Training. During her interactions with members of the community, Lizzie used to come across several households with bright students who have completed their elementary education but cannot access higher education due to lack of funds. Through her personal initiative, as well as that of Lizzie Wanyoike Foundation, she managed to offer scholarship to over 300 beneficiaries. Some of these beneficiaries are still in college, while others have secured gainful employment. Lizzie's scholarship cuts across primary, secondary, and tertiary colleges to universities and was not only limited to bright, needy students. Her conviction that education would break the cycle of poverty made her offer scholarships to needy cases with exemplary low grades. She believed that the poor performance might have been precipitated by the vicious cycle of poverty and wanted to offer these students a chance to break that cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, Lizzie was always concerned that the number of needy cases were increasing exponentially. Although bothered that she could not be in a position to assist all of them due to the limited resources at her disposal, Lizzie had faith that God would provide a way because she had the will. Lizzie's acts of kindness were not limited to education. In 2020, she did set up an ultra-modern dental unit complete with a computerized dental chair in Ruiru Level 4 Hospital, Kiambu County, to address the gap in the hospital's ability to provide quality dental services to the public. Lizzie is recognized that a community thrives when its members support one another, and she took it upon herself to ensure that no one in Ruiru went to bed hungry. Lizzie had set up a food program in Thika Road campus, which was more than a charitable effort. It was a lifeline for families facing economic hardships, a symbol of hope for those in need. She went further and supported those who needed to get into economic ventures to sustain their livelihoods. Lizzie has supplied several motorcycles to young men to run their boda businesses, as well as opened small retail chain businesses to others so that they can have a source of livelihood. All these initiatives drew a lot of admiration locally and internationally, making Lizzie win coveted accolades such as the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Women category in 2018, Dia Award Entrepreneur of the Year, the Top Women in Business Award, the Trailblazer Women in Business of the Year award in 2018, and was also among the top 100 Kenyans in 2021. Lizzie was also appointed by the chair as the chair Kenyatta University Alumni Association Interim Board by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Wainaina. Lizzie's philanthropy was not merely a financial contribution. It was a personal investment in the well-being of others. Her hands-on approach, be it in volunteering at local charities or organizing community events, showcased her dedication to making a tangible difference in the lives of the less fortunate. In times of crisis, Lizzie was a pillar of support. Her acts of kindness extended beyond material assistance. She offered a shoulder to lean on, a comforting word, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, there is hope and compassion. As we bid farewell to Lizzie, let us carry forward the torch of her philanthropic spirit. Let us be inspired to embrace the needs of our community, just as she did, and to find joy in the act of giving. May her legacy of philanthropy live on in the countless lives she touched. And may we be motivated by her example to create a world where kindness knows no boundaries. Parting is such a sweet sorrow. Lizzie had enjoyed a lifetime of good health until 2018, when she started developing acid reflux symptoms. She got treated at Aga Khan Hospital, but the symptoms did not completely disappear. She could complain of head congestion, though it was manageable. The year 2022, Lizzie started losing weight and feeling tired, which slowed down her normal work routine. Around February 2023, she was diagnosed with cancer, which was at an advanced stage. She went to India for treatment, and after her chemotherapy, she bounced back. She bounced back to life and even managed to grace NIB's 14th graduation in October 2020. Around November, she started developing complications that saw her go back to the hospital. Early January 2024, she started vomiting and developed difficulties in walking and was admitted in Aga Khan Hospital. She was later discharged and went back home, where she was observed under nurse care from Aga Khan. On the fateful morning of Sunday 14th, the nurse called the family at home where she was recovering and informed them that Lizzie's organs were failing, and at around 12:30 noon, Lizzie took her last breath, surrounded by family members. As we celebrate the life of an exemplary lady whose humility would not have permitted her to see or refer to herself that way, we pay growing tribute to a life of love, service, and dedication to the less fortunate. Fare thee well, Mom. Treasured Shosho, sweet sister, cherished auntie, beloved friend, and an honored colleague, you have been truly strong to serve. To God be the glory.
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a fortress of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story, this is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.
Quite a detailed eulogy, thoughtfully written, reflecting the true person that Liz was, and well read by Brother Alan Jenga. Let us appreciate him. Thank you very much, Jenga, for beautifully presenting that eulogy. You agree with me that it has covered quite a huge percent of what people would say here. And therefore, as we go to other speeches, we kindly ask those who will be speaking to just fill in few gaps that you are called upon to represent here. So we will start with family speeches, and we have the in-laws representative, Githongo family, Mr. Kimani, come to the front. I will also kindly ask Karaoke's family, Kirugo, also come to the front, so that immediately he's done with presenting, you take it up in that order. Karaoke speaking for the family of origin. Karibuni.
Asante sana. Mimi naongea on behalf ya family ya Githongo, na kama vile Mr. Alan Jenga, tuna huzuni sana. Ya kwanza nitakaribisha nyinyi nyote nikisema tuna kama gavana amefika, naona ako hapa. Karibu sana. Tuna senator wetu, sijui kama amefika, lakini tunakaribisha yeye. Na kanisa wa ACK wale wanaongoza ibada ya leo, mabishops, wachungaji wote na pastors wote, karibuni. Senator wetu mekukaribisha, MP wetu wote wale wako hapa tunawakaribisha, MCAs wote, ageni wote tunawakaribisha. Na kwa hivyo mimi kwa niaba ya hapo nitaongea kwa lugha ya Kikwetu, Kichaina ya kwetu hapa Katanga. Bwana asifiwe. Mbere nyambe de mushokerie gatho inyuo the mukite nigetha ushaka hamwe na ithuĩ bare ya Githongo, na ngiuga ũguo gũkũ tũrĩ nĩkuo gwĩtagwo Gatanga village, Gatanga location, Gatanga sub county na Murang'a county. Koguo ngimunyita ũgeni ngũmwĩra gũkũ nĩ Gatanga na mũigue mũrĩ mũciĩ ithuĩ ta bare ya Githongo. Ithuĩ kana Lizzie ũguo rũgano rwathomwo ndikwenda gũcokera, njuge ithuĩ bare itũ twĩtagwo bare ya Mbu kuma gũkũ Gatanga, na bare ya Mbu nĩ nene tũgacoka oroho ithuĩ Githaku kana Githaku na Gĩkũyũ nĩ bare ya Githongo. Ngwenda kuga nĩ wega nĩ ũndũ wa macio mothe mahanĩkĩte, tondũ Ngai ndoragio kĩũria, Ngai ekaga ũrĩa ekwenda. Ngĩtua kwaria njuge maundu macio mario hau kana rugano rũu rwerio ruothe niĩ nĩndarwĩkĩra mũkonde tondũ Liz niĩ hakwa na brother ũyũ ũrũgamĩte haha bwana maingĩ Liz nĩwe ũtũrerete na Resho ndiĩ kana haha niwe ũtũrerete tũrĩ andũ anini tũrĩ anake na niĩ Liz twarutanirie nake kũmenyana 1979 koguo nĩ anderete nĩ atwanĩte na niĩ ngatuĩka mũthuri na ngatuĩka ũguo ndariĩ. Bwana asifiwe. Ũndũ ũcio ũngĩ nĩ atĩrĩrĩ, Liz nĩ mwega, Liz maũndũ mothe ararĩ mwega na ngwaria ũhoro wa gĩcagi tondũ gũkũ nĩkuo gũkĩrĩ gwitũ. Arĩ othe manathiĩ kwĩ Liz, niĩ ndĩ brother ya mbũrũ ndarĩ atũcokia na thutha kana agatuoria matharau ona ndarĩ atwĩka ũndũ mũru. Akorwo nĩ ũrĩa mũndũ etuaga mũnene twĩ hamwe tũrakoragwo na family na arani njenga nĩ ũyũ ũguo nĩ aratũhete gĩtĩo mũno. Koguo na ndũngiuga niĩ ona nĩ kũmaka rĩrĩa ndona rũgano ngaiga haiya no ũrĩa tũraragia nake. Koguo Ngai wa muoyo amwĩke wega na amũige handũ wega kũu matu-inĩ. Haya, ũcio ũngĩ nĩ atĩ thĩinĩ wa Gatanga Liz o ĩyo oro ũhoro ũcio wa nakũu na ningĩ siasa-inĩ nĩ ekaga siasa nĩ tondũ Honorable Mburu Wanyoike ũcio arĩ brother witũ Liz nĩ amũteithagia gwĩka siasa na Liz nĩ athiaga onda kũnene mũno o toguo rũgano rũrũ rwandĩkĩtwo na nĩ endete gũthiĩ mũno na kwaria na andũ. Wa kerĩ nĩ endete kũingĩrana mũno na andũ. Family itũ nĩ yorĩrwo nĩ mũtumia wa bata no tũkiuge atĩrĩrĩ Ngai ekaga kwenda gwake. Ngĩtiga njuge atĩrĩrĩ ithuĩ nĩ twatigwo na ciana ciake nĩ ciatigwo, ciana ciake ikorwo ciĩ hamwe, twame hamwe na family ĩrĩa ĩngĩ inyuothe hamwe na mũtũkie Liz oro toguo kiugo gĩkĩ kĩarĩkia haha. Ngai wa mũrathime na mwĩke wega na ithuĩ ta family tuge nĩ wega nĩ ũndũ wa gũka gũcakaya hamwe na ithuĩ twĩna kĩrĩro na maithori tondũ gũtirĩ ũndũ tũngĩka. Ngai amũrathime na mwĩke wega tũkĩnyitanĩra. Rĩtwa tondũ ndinagweta njĩtagwo David Kĩmani wa Kariũki na Jesu nĩ mũhonokia wa ngoro yakwa. Bwana asifiwe.
Asante. Ndamugeithie inyuothe mũrega. Kwa majina naitwa Joseph Kirago Kariuki. Na vile mmesikia from that eulogy, Liz was born of Naomi and Peterson Kariuki. So I'm here to represent the Kariuki family. I'll be very brief because mine is just to convey my deepest condolences to the family of Wanyoikes, especially Tony, Kiki and Stella, because you're the one who's going to be hit hard. But to take heart, all will be well. And then also to thank the people. Thank you all people. We will never get tired of thanking you. From day one, you've supported us. From the day on Sunday when the news broke out, our phones were full of people condoling with us and giving messages of sympathy. We've been having prayer meetings every day, and you've been turning up in large numbers to console the family, and we are so grateful for that. Thank you. So Liz to me was not just a sister, she was a mother. She took me in when I was very young, me and my sister, to go and stay with her. That was almost 50 years ago, and since then we've been with her. And she was a kind woman. I don't know how to express it because it is known. I don't want to give a testimony about her because her friends and her associates will come here and do that. You know, it is not good to hear a testimony from a family member because I will stand here and start saying all the sweet things about her. But her friends know her and they can tell you the bad things and the good things about her. And I'm sure there will be no bad things that will be told about her. She was a great lady. She never forgot the church, even after she moved to Nairobi. She always communicated with her local church, that is ACK St. Joseph Kaganjo Church. She worshipped there. She assisted in very many projects, and I'm sure my vicar is here, he can attest to her. Mr. Solomon, although he's very new to our parish, she might not have known her very well. And she really supported that church to bring it up to where it is. She was kind. I'll keep repeating, she was kind and caring. And in addition to the motherly love and advice, she also gave us financial support. And Lizzie will never give you cash money. I think the most money I've ever gotten from her is 100 shillings. And that was for pocket money when I was going to school. She will never give you money. But she will ask you, what is your problem? You will tell her, I have a project. I want to do this and this. So she will tell you, okay, 20. You think now she's taking you to the bank to give you money. She takes you to the manager, because she was in very good terms with the managers, equity and finance. And then she will tell you, what you wanted to tell me, tell this guy. Then you say, I want this project, I want this much money. But I was expecting my sister to give it to me. In any case, what happens now, we are going to give you a loan. That project, if you want to buy a vehicle, you make sure you bring that logbook to stay in his bank, take your car, go and do business, be paying and getting your profit from there. And we all benefited from that, because that is how she was. She was a really good woman. I'm almost finishing, because if I give my own testimony, I think when I got married in the 1990s, I became homeless. Because once you get married, you cannot stay. I couldn't stay with her anymore. She chased me out. Okay, not chasing me out. Actually, it was it was actually automatic. I had to move out. So I struggled looking for houses, one bedrooms, bed sitters with my wife, until one day I had said, no way, I'm going to approach my sister. So I told her, please take me. You know this bank. Because those days in the 19, you couldn't just walk into the bank and get a mortgage the way you do now. Nowadays, getting loans become much easier. Not that you had to know somebody. So she told me, why do you want to take a mortgage? Let me see your pay slip. I showed her. How are you going to pay a mortgage with this kind of money in this pay slip? She told me, you can't. But I'm going to help you. I have a house in South Sea, which I'm renting, and I'm really getting problems with the tenants. How much money do you have? I told her. She told me, bring it. That is the deposit for that house. That house is yours, but you have to complete payment, because we wrote an agreement of how much money the market value of that house. Pay me every time you get something, bring it. I ended up paying that house after 20 years. In fact, Stella can attest to that, because the house was in her name. That is how good she was. She was I'm finishing, a disciplinarian. If Jenga didn't know, and the people in school, if you're staying with her, you have to abide to her rules. I was staying in her house. You make a mistake of coming home after her or late, you sleep outside. Lucky for us, there used to be a servant's quarters happen next. So there was one unoccupied room. You normally used to come. Once you refused to enter, you go and sleep there. Many a times I slept there. I think it took you an I don't know how until I was. No, Tony was here very young. Yeah, so I slept there many times, and I put the blame squarely on my wife. Because those were the days when we were dating. And when I was taking her for a movie, we ended up in a carnival. I come home late, I'm locked outside. So, but it was all in good order, because after I told her that I've been sleeping outside because of you, she agreed to marry me. I think that was the only way she could show her sympathy. Yeah, so I think I'll end there. Our sister, rest in peace. We loved you so much. We loved you so much, and I'm sure there are people who will come here and attest to that. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, the family. Those are the family speeches. Now we will go to family tributes. And we will start with the children. Therefore, kindly, Anthony, Stella, and Eric, you can take the floor now.
It is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Anthony Wanyoike. I'm the first-born son to Lizzie. Standing next to me is my wife, Susan Wairimo, and my children are seated over there. I am just going to read a tribute from here, because if I stand here and talk off the cuff, I don't know where I'll end up. I don't know. So I'm going to read my tribute. It's a little bit different from what you have in the booklet. So I start. My dearest mom, as I try to put into words the multitude of emotions coursing through me, I find myself at a loss because in your departure, I'm bidding farewell to not just a mother, but a source of boundless love, guidance, and inspiration. I will miss you more than words can convey. Reflecting on the years gone by, I'm flooded with memories of your unwavering love and the invaluable nuggets of advice you generously imparted. From the early years of my life, I witnessed your caring nature, evident in the way you nurtured not only me and my siblings, but also extended a helping hand to friends and relatives. Just like an example is my uncle who stood in front of me here. As the firstborn son, I had the privilege of witnessing your grace and resilience in the face of challenges. You taught me that strength isn't just about muscle, but about fortitude of spirit. Your unwavering commitment to family, your unbreakable spirit in times of adversity, and your boundless capacity for love have been the bedrock of our family's unity. Your love for the extended family knew no bounds. You opened our home to uncles, aunties, cousins, and friends, providing not just shelter, but also the support needed to pursue their dreams. You've just had my uncle here. Your selflessness, and let me stress, she was unselfish, that I can attest, made you a dream maker, not only dreaming for yourself, but also helping others actualize their aspirations. I want to express my deepest gratitude for the invaluable life skills and mentorship you provided in preparing me for life after high school. The transition to college and even my time abroad was made easier because of the foundation you laid. Your letters, advice, and phone calls while I was in the UK and the US were lifelines that kept me connected to the values you inculcated in me. Leaving Kenya to study abroad was both a privilege and a challenge. Cognizant of your sacrifices that paved the way for that opportunity, the values you instilled in me, the emphasis on education, and the belief in my potential have fueled my aspirations and equipped me for the adventures that lie ahead. Your persuasive skills led me to leave my lucrative banking job in the USA to join NIBS College, a decision that I have never regretted. You became my boss, and I vividly recall a staff meeting where I mistakenly referred to you as Mom. Oh boy. I remember that look till today. The look you gave me was a reminder of the boundaries between work and family, a balance you always maintained. As a disciplinarian,
Yes, she was a disciplinarian. You knew when to crack the whip, dispensing tough love when necessary. Your wisdom and ability to balance being a boss at NIBS and a mother at home showcased your incredible capacity to navigate different roles with grace. Over the years, our relationship deepened, both at work and personally. I have witnessed your visionary leadership that steered NIBS to greater heights, giving birth to the Emory Hotel and the Lizzie Preparatory School. Your ability to see what others couldn't and your personal touch left an indelible mark on everyone you interacted with. Today, as we bid farewell, I do not say goodbye. I say thank you. Thank you for the love that knew no bounds, for the sacrifices made in silence, and for the lessons that will continue to resonate in my heart. Your legacy is not just the memories we hold, but the indelible mark of love you have left on the tapestry of our lives. I am committed to carrying on your work to the best of my ability, making you proud. The task may be challenging, but with God by my side, I am determined to honor your legacy and continue the remarkable journey you began. Rest peacefully, dear Mom. Your love will forever be the guiding light that illuminates my path with eternal love. Rest in peace, Mom.
Good afternoon. My name's Stella Wajiro Joroge. Beside me, my husband, Lawrence Masharia Joroge, and my very good sister, Rizichi Idenji. I first want to just thank everybody for taking their time today to come and mourn with us. We, as the family, do not take this for granted, and I will try to get through this. So the other day I came across a letter I had written to my mom when I was in university in the US. It was the typical, please send me money. So unlike our other family members, we used to be given money. So that was the purpose of that letter. But it made me laugh because I sounded so naive. But what was interesting in that letter was we were sharing so many secrets. But living apart for over 18 years, our relationship diminished a little. But when we moved back to Kenya, we were able to reconnect, and this was the last 12 years. But more so in the last 2 years when she was ailing. Like many mothers, she stood between us and our father as a mediator and an enforcer. She was soft-spoken in nature, but she was able to maneuver and manage to petition for us, her children. There were many lessons that I learned from my mom growing up, but what stands out and what my children are a victim of is the tendency to administer one child's medicine to another child. My mother was someone who did not want to waste, and as a testament of where she never forgot where she came from, and that she would rather live within her means and have those resources to help others. I'll let you in on a little secret. Many of the nice things that Mom had were pushed on her either by myself, my siblings, or Jenga. And Jenga told us a story of how they got tired of riding in the little Harrier. And they wanted to upgrade themselves, but in a very soft manner. They approached Mom, and she acquired a Land Cruiser so that they can be visiting all the many churches and communities that, and all the work that they were doing. So my mom was simple, and she was very, very frugal. So we know my mom as a true epitome of hard work, determination, and innovation. However, for me, what stands out was that she was a symbol of reinvention. She constantly talked to me on how she had picked up her life and reestablished herself in her later years, and this is when she was in her late 40s. In fact, that was the carrot stick that she used to convince me to relocate back to Kenya, because at that time we were feeling that we were too old to change jobs, too old to do this, but she told me no, 40 is the new 20. So she convinced us to relocate, and we came and we joined her business. She questioned, and this is when we were still in the US, she questioned, why are we putting so much effort into building up a nation that was not even our home? She made me understand that working was not only about providing for my family, but it was also about contributing to the lives of others, and that we should think hard about whose lives we were really impacting. I know many are surprised and even shocked at the passing of Mom. I'll take this time to just give a brief or mention a few things about her journey, because the last 2 years I worked very closely with her. And also because there are some lessons that she wanted us to learn from her experience in her typical manner as an encouragement to many other people, especially those who are navigating the medical space. So many don't know that for over 5 years she was not feeling well. And for the last 3 years, her illness started to escalate. Many of the events, shows, meetings, speaking engagements, church services, school meetings, those that she attended, and many of you know because you attended them together with her, she was participating in her very weakened state. God is the one who provided her with the strength and the ability to give her all at those events. But in the background, I tell you, she was very wary. She visited many doctors during this time of sickness, and nothing was diagnosed to explain why she was feeling unwell, why she was ailing. She spared no expenses, as you've already heard, and we traveled to India, we traveled to the US, looking for different specialists, desperately trying to find out what was ailing her. And a conversation we had was, not knowing was worse than knowing. But little did we know. So when it was finally diagnosed that she had cancer, of course her first reaction was she was very angry because she had put all this effort into trying to figure out what was wrong with her. We could not understand how the specialists could have missed a disease that is so big, so devastating, and so evil. But she refused to dwell on this aspect. She refused to dwell on this knowledge, and she quickly put on her armor, preparing herself for the battle ahead. She fought hard through the whole of 2023. We truly believed that she would recover. So the lessons she wanted us to take heed of: number 1, take full control of your health care. Believe what your body is telling you and never give up on finding out why. Secondly, do not be afraid to challenge the medical field. Let us not forget they too are practicing their craft, and they do not have all the answers. So do not allow them to settle if you are still not feeling well. But most importantly, she wants you to know to put your trust in God. He is the miracle worker, the true healer, and the determinator of your life. Right now, we may feel that cancer has won. That cancer has taken another loved one away from us, and I'm sure this makes us very angry and sad. But family, friends, dear ones, let me tell you that cancer did not win. Amen. But our God has taken Mom home. Amen. As her reward. Amen. And this we can testify from Isaiah 57, 1-2. And I read, "The righteous perish, and no one takes it to heart. The devout are taken away, and no one understands that the righteous are taken away to be spared from evil." Amen. Those who walk uprightly enter into peace. They find rest as they lie in death. And that is Mom. So I want to leave you with another challenge that Mom passed on down to us. Those who knew her personally and those who knew her from a distance. And we can all attest, and you will continue to hear very many stories about Mom. But I'll read from the Bible. And I've struggled with this Bible name, so please bear with me. Ecclesiastes 9:10. And I read, because this was Mom's life. "Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might." Can we all attest to that? Yes. That is Mom. "For there will be no work or device or knowledge or wisdom in the grave where you are going." May God continue to bless the fruits of her hands here on earth, and may she continue to rest in peace. I love you, Mom.
Good afternoon, church. My name's Eric Peterson Wanyoike. This is my wife, Melody Wanjiro. And these are my cousins, Caris and Victor. Maybe I'll say something before I read the tribute is maybe I'm a proud recipient of one thing maybe anybody has never seen, or is that she once beat me thoroughly. And she chased me. I used to be a scout, and I had the whistle, and she chased me around the house and whipped me. Until today, I'll never enter a woman's handbag. Mom, as I sit down to honor you, my heart swells with love and admiration for the incredible life you led. A tapestry woven with love, wisdom, and indomitable strength. You were a passionate teacher, a visionary entrepreneur, and above all, a nurturing mother. Your approach to life was beautifully simple, yet deeply profound. You affectionately called me Kiki in your everyday moments. Eric, when I was mischievous or when serious matters arose, and Peterson, when she overflowed with joy in her heart. I smile when I think of how your hobbies reflected your industrious and visionary spirit. You poured yourself into your work always and had an eye towards the future and never missed an opportunity to support others. Your wisdom and profound insights often came with a touch of humor and those witty comebacks that were uniquely yours. I cherish the simple things that brought you joy. Your preference for hot drinking water, your love for Michael Bolton and Yvonne Chaka Chaka music, and your shared laughter watching The Gods Must Be Crazy and Mr. Bean. Your love for fish over meat, your impatience with idleness and laziness, and your unwavering punctuality are lessons that have stayed with me. Our land prospecting adventures are among my most treasured memories. Standing together in Kileleshwa, you said, you had a vision to say, here we shall put up a hotel. And in Kimborero, you saw beyond the present, dreaming of a thriving community and a college of your own. Your uncanny ability to spot potential was unparalleled. Hence, we have our brother here, Mr. Jenga, super machine, super brother, super friend. You recognize talent in others they hadn't even seen in themselves. And your humor, Mom, it was one of the greatest gifts. I'll never forget those evenings when I would ask, what's for dinner? Hoping it was not githeri. Again, you would reply with a twinkle in your eye, baga, reminding me to be resourceful and grateful. You were overjoyed to welcome Melody into our family, embracing her as a daughter and a true companion for me. Your love for your grandchildren, Shaza, Jay, Lizzie, and Degwa, knew no bounds, and you cherished every moment with them. You encouraged my independence, nurtured my life for IT, and instilled in me a value of discipline. Your love and wisdom have shaped me in innumerable ways. I long for our long conversations about grandchildren, my IT projects, and the farming tales that link me back to my roots here. Your legacy lives on, not just in the lessons you taught or the love you shared, but in the spirit of everyone you've touched. You remain my beacon of strength, my source of wisdom, and my embodiment of love. Your spirit will forever guide me and inspire me. I found a small, from Proverbs 31, 25 to 26, that I think just reminds me of her. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. I love you, Mom.
We thank you very much. Thank you very much, the children of Lizzie. And we honor God for your composure and humor, even at your very weakest moment. We really thank God for you. And some of us are learning some quick parenting tips. One of them was, don't call your mother or father mom or dad in a staff meeting. Call them boss. We thank you. At this time, I would like all of us to stand up, at least to have a breather. We will be led in beautiful short singing, and then we proceed on. And as we come back, we are coming back for tributes of grandchildren. And these are Noni, Shiro.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was brave and taught my heart to fear. Praise my feet. How praise
kindly have your seats. Noni is taking the platform, and she will be followed after that. Grandchildren's tribute, kindly the siblings prepare. Kirago.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shayna Muthoni Wanyoike. My parents are Stella and Lawrence Wanyoike. I'm the first namesake of Shosho Lizzie, and I'm very honored to be giving the grandchildren tribute today. So I'm joined here with my sister, my brother, and then my cousins who are here. They'll be named in the speech. So it's a bit different from what's in the booklet. So you might not be able to follow, but please listen keenly to hear such wonderful things about my Shosho. So we're 12 of us in total, grandchildren. Ayana Wanjiro, Shayna Muthoni, Ethan Boro, Jonathan Gige, Sydney Boro, Shaza Kerich, Jay Boro, Shamil Muthoni, Lizzie Muthoni Karaoke, Ian Boro, Philip Ndegwa, and Lizzie Muthoni Wanyoike. Shosho was an amazing woman who did so many incredible things. She was a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, and was invited to speak at different churches and events all the time. She was always on the go, however, took the time to stop along the way and see great potential in everyone she came across. As much as we admire her work so immensely, to us, at the end of the day, she was just Shosho. She was a joyous woman who, with her generous heart, always gave us chocolates, warm hugs, and consistently opened her home to us to have sleepovers whenever we wanted, or whenever she just wanted her grandkids around. She ensured that her home was our home too. During these stays at her house, she would ask us how school was, or if we were doing any new sports or clubs. There was never a doubt in our minds that she was genuinely interested in our lives and who we were becoming. I can vividly remember a conversation I had had with her before going off to the US for university. We were on the swing outside her house, and I told her my fears and worries about moving across the world and being independent, and about making new friends and leaving my old ones. But despite how wary I was, she didn't fail to tell me how proud she was of me and how much she knew I would excel in everything I did. She encouraged me to be strong and said that she had no doubt in the world that I would have an amazing time in my next step in life. I took her words with me all the way to the US. This immeasurable pride she felt extended to all of us grandchildren in many different and unique ways. Shosho was a very busy woman, but never failed to spend time with us and to show us how much she loved us. When such a busy woman makes time for you, you know you are special. Our Shosho was a very brag-worthy Shosho, and I know bragging is not good, but as kids we couldn't help but say, my Shosho owns this, or my Shosho has done that. And looking back at those all the way up to now, we can't help but smile at the many things she has accomplished and the countless number of people she has touched. All in all, us grandchildren are so grateful to have been able to experience life with a Shosho like ours, someone so humble and ready to help others. I know my younger cousins, who are not standing with us today right now, who may not have gotten the chance to interact with Shosho in the ways that us older grandchildren did, will grow up hearing nothing but wonderful and uplifting words about Shosho Lizzie. Shosho has taught us many things throughout her life, like how to have a generous heart no matter what, and to hold on to what truly matters. Although her loss deeply pains us, for the past few months, she bravely fought through her illness, instilling a fighter in each and every one of us. When we look around this room, all we can think is how crazy it is now realizing after her passing, truly how many people she positively impacted and how many lives she had a hand in developing. Although we now use the words she was or she used to be, she will always be our Shosho, a powerful, determined, and sacrificially loving individual whose absence will be forever felt. There's something I want to pick out from the tribute in this booklet that I can't end my tribute without saying. The twinkle in your eyes when you saw us achieve something, no matter how small, was a testament to your pride and belief in our potential. You are our biggest cheerleader, offering encouragement and support in our every endeavor. She was our cheerleader as much as we were hers, through everything that she did. So, Shosho, thank you for everything. You will be missed dearly, and may you rest in peace forever.
Hopefully I can make it through the song. But I have a song that I would love to sing. I sang it for my shosho at one of her book launchings. I didn't think it was, I don't know, you never know how big these things are until someone tells you, oh yeah, your shosho writes books, and I'm like, oh cool. But the song, let me find it and get the lyrics. I feel really exemplifies who she was and who she was to so many people. She was a light, and she just lit candles in everybody's hearts everywhere she went. And so this is the song that I want to sing. There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his home. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. We are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky. Pray to our Father
name of Jesus, make us a beacon in darkest times. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, deceive and poor. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Grandchildren are a crown to the aged, and that is what they were to their grandmother. Appreciate them better. Asante sana. We now give the siblings, Kirago, Karis, where are you? Come and speak on behalf of the siblings.
Carry your candle, run into the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold on to your candle for all to see. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world.
Praise the Lord. My name is Rachel Kareithi, younger sister to Lizzie. I'm born again. I want to thank all of you for coming to stand with us at a time like this when we don't have words to say. But your being here is so comforting. We know that we are not mourning my sister alone. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to read on behalf of all our siblings. My sister and I spent much more time together. You know, sisters are always together. So I'm going to read a little bit, a specialized one for myself and another one for my sister Sylvia, who is standing here. And then I'll talk about my brothers and what they would have wanted me to say. My sister